Leadership and integrity. Having spoken about leadership a while ago, I want to bring this one element, integrity. Most of the time, we as leaders or leaders are faced with this challenge of integrity. First, perhaps we should define what integrity is. Integrity is a state of being honest and having strong moral principles or strong moral values. That's what integrity means. And leaders are expected to have such. But now let me tell you what integrity is not. Integrity is not perfectionism. Integrity is not that person who has no flaws. It's not that person who does not live amongst other people. It's not that. Because of this word has been brought about so many times, I have seen so many leaders make mistakes. I have seen so many leaders fall because of this word integrity. Let me make examples, for instance, or perhaps let me give you illustrations. You find a leader, they have made a mistake and they will not budge to ask for forgiveness or to be accountable to the people that he leads or that she leads, because they are afraid that they've been deemed and viewed as this person with integrity. And that is how people make mistakes. Leadership is difficult as it is. Leadership is a tough position as it is. As we discussed a while ago, that leadership is not easy at all. It is something that comes from God, and when it comes from God, God gives you all the grace and the mercy to stick to what He has called you for. Yes, it comes with mistakes, but this is where we make a mistake. When we separate leadership from integrity, when we even put together leadership and integrity, and we have these high expectations and think that because you have to be this leader who has integrity, then you are not a human anymore. Because we think that leaders should have integrity, we think that they are not human, they don't make mistakes, that they don't have flaws. No, that's not what it means. It just means, like I said earlier, that when you are a leader and you have made a mistake, integrity says you go to the people to whom you are accountable and you lay your case before those people. It is up to those people to whether they judge you or they forgive you, and God will deal with those people. I have seen many men and women of God fall because of just this word, integrity. Because, when you are deemed as this person who does no wrong, even when you do wrong, you are afraid to come before the people because the expectation is so high. But I want to encourage you today that as a man and a woman of God who is in leadership, integrity is not something that you should run away from. Integrity is something that you should embrace, because it is the state of being honest, it is the state of having good moral values, and it does not mean that you are perfect. And at the same time, it does not mean that you should make excuses because you're saying you're not perfect. No, it doesn't mean that. As a leader, I want to encourage you to embrace integrity. And integrity will say to you, I will not have favorites in my congregation. I will not have people whom I gossip with about other people. Integrity will say, I will not overlook the people who are struggling in my watch. Integrity says, I will not take sides. Integrity says, I will not be biased. Integrity says, I will not treat God's word with partiality. Integrity says, I will not do that which God has not called me to do. That is integrity. And integrity says, when I have faltered, when I have made mistakes, when I have done people wrong, I will go to them and ask for forgiveness. Integrity says, when I have done all those that are not in line with integrity, I will go and be held accountable. Integrity says, I will not surround myself with people who will not challenge me as a leader. Integrity says, I want people who will think differently around me. I want people who will challenge my decisions. I want people who will challenge my opinions and bring something else that is better. Because as a leader, God has put people around you who have different opinions, God has respected those people. It does not mean that you know better than them. It does not mean that they know better than you. But it just means God trusted you enough with this position. God trusted you enough with this stewardship. Therefore, you need to have integrity such that you embrace everything that is around you. You need to have integrity as a leader, and God will trust you even more, and people will respect you even more. please join our Facebook page, Initiating Insight, and let's go on with the conversation. I'm